news in the last couple of days has been filled with a couple of very tragic stories. There's always tragic news we're confronted with on a daily basis, but the sad discovery that the remains of a young child found in South Australia is connected to a woman who was murdered in New South Wales, and then the callous use of her credit card to keep drawing money out of her accounts for some years after her death. I think there's very few people who wouldn't realise what a poignant and awful situation that is. Just imagining people we know being lost through murder, and then the faint hope that there's some activity, hoping they could be alive. The tragedy of that seems quite compounding, and then along with that, two men, father and son, who are fugitives, apparently with moving between Victoria and New South Wales, an increasing sense of perhaps desperation on their part, the experience that they have of running out of options, and what risks that might mean for the public, for the police who are seeking to apprehend them, and then for their own welfare, really made me reflect on, I suppose, the fundamental human condition that without God, without the knowledge of the forgiveness of God in Christ, that probably many of us have all these unresolved anxieties, the kind of situations where at our very heart we feel hunted or tormented, uncertain about things that we'd really like to be confident about. And just what's that like for us as human beings to live in a world where we occasionally get a touch of some of these things that enters our imagination? Do we really enter into our own experience of how we are? You know, what are our feelings? What are our needs? And how are they met apart from God? This is something I'd really like you to reflect on. I'd be interested to hear of any of your experiences where you felt through coming to peace with God in Christ that you've had deep things in your life met. For many people, I guess this is a question they don't examine or consider. Perhaps we are all bits of fugitives running away from the inevitable consequences of our separation from God and what God desires for us to find peace with Him. So I'd be really interested to hear your comments, share your experiences. anglicanprimate.org.au. You can contact me on Facebook or through Twitter or on the website. I'd be very interested to hear your insights. What's been your experience of those things, and have these events triggered something in you that you want to share?